I guess first of all, welcome everyone to the 4th Annual National Pharmaceutical Congress. On behalf of Steve, Mitch, and I, the co-chairs of the day itself, thanks for taking the time and coming to join us today. I'm Joe Knott, for those of you that don't know me. I'm Managing Director of the Pangea Group. We've all allowed ourselves one slide or a few minutes to talk about ourselves, so I think that's enough about Pangea. We're all in the room. Please say hi if you see us during lunch during the day. We, once again this year, have an action-packed agenda itself with 3 rapid-fire sessions. I can still remember asking Russell the first year we did this that he had 8 to 10 minutes to talk, and Russell's response was, "My introduction's 8 minutes. What do you mean?" But everybody stays to the 8 to 10 minutes, making salient points that we can all take away back to our business. It'll be interjected twice with a 1,000-second workshop. Haven't seen these yet. I'm looking forward to seeing them. I think that Barry's going to lead the first one, and I guess Mark the second one, so that'll be in between the rapid-fire sessions, and then we'll be followed at the end of the day with a celebration and the Marketing Hall of Fame announcements and luncheon. Once again, we're using the Telzon units. You've got them at your tables. We actually take the information down, tabulate it, and it's interesting to look year on year for some of the same questions as to what the answers are. Before I get into it, I would remind everybody, I feel like I'm at church right now, but if you could take your cell phones and put them on vibrate if you really want to, or at least silence if you could for the morning. Excuse me. So the Telzon unit, as I say, you've got them at your desk itself. If you wait till the clock has started, we'll have Mitch, I'm going to call this Mitch's music, if that's okay, in between the Telzon and the different speakers. You just press it once for your response to the questions themselves, and then we'll see the actual response come back up. So I've got the real easy ones to start with. The interactive questions, the very first one is, what is your host city? Okay, other, that's the highest other that we've had. I would assume GTA is Toronto. Probably put GTA next year, we'll maybe do some difference. Okay, the next one. Specialty, are you the dark side capital M marketer? Are you in market access, senior management, sales, or other? It's always fascinating that market access just doesn't come to these. Maybe they're too busy negotiating with the provinces and private payers, but it's the #1 issue in the industry, and they don't come and listen to the various speakers. Okay, so that's the first 2 questions. I guess to start off a little bit is that I always use this slide about the environment itself. We've had a hell of a year, to say the least, in the last 3 years, but last year was no exception. All sorts of legislation without regulations, which is my definition of insanity, and it keeps us busy and burning the midnight oil. A couple of IMS slides to start all of these sessions. It's a fairly healthy marketplace. We grew at 6% last year. This could be the last time we see a dollar value growth, to be honest with you, in the next 4 years. With products coming off patent next year, we'll probably see a dollar decline for the first time ever. Very quickly, the growth is being channeled by specialty, by oncology. Generic growth is still very strong, but this is a reduction in generic growth for the first time in 4 years. We'll see a change next year with patent loss of exclusivity. But again, it's one of the reasons why our rapid-fire sessions this year, my session is the environment, second session is specialty oncology, and the third session is primary care, because of the changes in the environment itself that we're seeing. The last 2 interactive questions, if I could, is that the first one is the environment better or worse than it was a year ago? I should have put business in front of that. I apologize. Okay, next question. And is it going to get worse? Half full or half empty? No. So we do have some optimism in the environment that we're dealing with. Okay, the first session itself is preceded by Russell Williams. We've asked Russell to come. I think, Russell, you've been here 3 out of the 4 times, graciously. I shudder to think what time he got up on the East Coast this morning to take a flight in today. Too early, right. But basically, we start the day with an environmental overview from RX&D, the president, Russell Williams. So I'll turn the microphone over to Russell. and have them go through. We won't do long introductions of bios, et cetera. They're in your binders. I'll basically say who they are and what their position is. So without further ado, I'll turn it to Russell and Russell Williams.